Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the recent results of the election in the USA and the fact that now we have President Trump elect and the impact that is possibly going to have on Harry and Meghan. As most of you know, he is not a fan of theirs. So could this mean that they are going to be seeing some pretty negative results as to the fact that he is now in office? I'm also going to talk about the celebrity endorsement that seemed to be quite a lot in regards to Kamala Harris and why I feel that there could be some potential links to Diddy. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. So if you want to join me in this video, where my name is Ems, I am a qualified therapist in the UK and I use my professional and personal feelings and opinions to break down body language, behavior, looking at why people do what they do, and in most cases on this channel it is breaking down the lies that have come out from Harry and Meghan. So if you want to join me, then please like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, then please think about doing so, because I am trying to get up to my 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Bit of a tall feat, but I'm hoping that you guys will also join me in that and help me get there. So if you want to be here, then let's dive right in. So before we get going, I am going to be doing what I've been doing since the beginning, which is grab your drink of choice, where I ask you, the viewers, to send in your drink of choice video and you can be part of this channel. It's just a video that's 1 to 2 minutes long of yourself, your fur babies, whatever it is that you want to get creative with, where you say, grab your drink of choice and showing the drink that you're drinking, because as the flag says behind me, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. So if you want to join in, please give this video some love and send it to the email that's going across the bottom here now, and I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, so we're going, hi Emma, and welcome to my pump. And that's Max there. Hi Max. And hello, this is me, and cheers.
So before I get going, I just want to also add that I am neither one or the other on this channel. I may have my personal views on what I feel in regards to the politics in America, but I don't know enough. So even though I'm discussing this subject, I also want to point out, before people jump on and start attacking me for liking one or not liking the other, I am merely speaking at this from an objective perspective, given what I've seen in the media in regards to Harry and Meghan and the personal feelings of Trump. And I'm also going to be giving the factual evidence of what I've seen in regards to the endorsements by many celebrities of Kamala Harris. Now, again, these are my personal thoughts and opinions along with my professional perspective. It doesn't mean that this is how everyone else needs to see it. You can support Kamala, you can support Trump, whichever way you choose, you're allowed to do that, because this is freedom of choice. But just bear that in mind. I'm trying to stay Switzerland in regards to that publicly, because I don't want to upset any of you. So I hope that you guys can understand that when I'm talking about these things, it is not that I'm endorsing one or the other. It is just what I'm seeing and how I view things going forward. So yeah, so as most of you, unless you've been asleep, now know that President Trump is now, well, he's now, is it president-elect, I believe you call it, because he gets officiated. Is it officiated? Or have I just made that word up? They have a, where he's actually then, he formally becomes president. And I want to look at the impact this is possibly going to have on Harry and Meghan, because as we know, we have the fact that Trump has been very vocal in how he feels about Harry and Meghan, in his dislike, especially of Meghan Markle, and he's been very public about that. I mean, that's out there in the public domain. It's not me just making that up. And we know that Harry and Meghan have tried to infiltrate in the political arena. We saw them doing it before, especially Meghan, and there was a lot of backlash from that, where they were talking about it was very obvious that they were siding with Biden when he was going into office. Now, I don't feel that they've been as public with Kamala. They seem to have gone to ground a little bit. Harry has definitely been quite public in going to Africa and doing the things that he was doing, but Meghan seems to have gone very quiet. I wonder if there was a massive part of them that knew that Trump was going to get in. And that kind of says to me this could potentially be why Harry has allegedly bought this property in Portugal. Now, we also know that Harry and Meghan have tried to at least swan around as if they are important. We've seen them trying to do that. We don't really see celebrities necessarily doing what they've been doing. So it's almost like they've been trying to act like royals in America, and it was never stopped. So to me, when you have the president and the president's wife, the first lady, you're looking at, in a sense, when they go out, it's a big deal. You know, when we see even the royal family go out and about over here, it's, you know, it's a huge deal. So when we see, obviously, when the president turns up to something, it's a big deal, or at least it should be. So when you've got someone like Harry and Meghan swanning around almost as if they are acting as if they're very similar to the president and the first lady, which is kind of the way I almost feel they were kind of acting when they're going out in their, you know, multiple SUVs and this whole big deal, which we don't even really see with celebrities. I mean, you might see that with the odd situation, but not really, you know, visiting schools, doing all the things that they were potentially supposed to be doing over here, but they didn't want to do that because they found it boring. But of course they're going to do it over there because they get paid now. To them, that's what it's all about. It's about them getting personally paid, whereas they didn't like the fact that they weren't getting any of that when they were over here. And this is what I kind of view it as. Well, now we have Trump in, whereas we had President Biden and his wife Jill, regardless of how you felt about them as being the president and the first lady, they allowed this to happen. They allowed Harry and Meghan to swan around as if they were, in a sense, royals in America, which technically, okay, Harry is a royal and he's living in America, but you fought a war as a country to get rid of that. So in a sense, really, he is, or should be, just Harry, and she should be just Meghan. But they were allowed to swan around using their titles, being called sir, being called ma'am, wherever they went. Whereas, you know, you have William, who's gone over to Africa for the Earthshot Prize, and there's been many people that have said that he just wants to be called William. You know, when it's in a state event, or it's something where he is a royal, in a sense, he's there for that capacity, then yeah, of course. But when he goes anywhere else, he just says, you know, I'm William. And this is the future King of England. So when you have Harry, who in my sense just absconded from his duty, and along with his wife, but then swanning around pretending to be royals in America, that was never shut down. And in my opinion, it should have been. They should not have been allowed to do what they're doing. And so I do wonder if now Trump is in, they are going to be worried. You know, we've already had the fact that Harry's visa status has been kept quiet. They've said that they don't want to, even though I think it's been appealed, but the judges sort of said, you know, the public doesn't really have a need to know what Harry did or didn't do, where it's like, yeah, they do. But the judges felt, no, not so much. Whereas I do wonder now if Trump is going to make it a mission to be like, yeah, I'm going to find out what's gone on here. We're not going to be allowing them to swan around. I mean, I still feel that Trump has a lot of respect for the British royal family, because he was very, very fond of the late Queen. And that is one of the reasons why I feel that he has this absolute dislike for Meghan, because he sees what a lot of us saw. But when I look at it from that perspective of how Trump is as a person, he does strike me as someone that is going to, when he sets his mind at something, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I do get that feeling that he is going to make things very difficult for Harry and Meghan now. And he is not going to want them swanning around behaving the way that they've behaved. This is going to change a lot of things. And I wonder if that was one of the reasons why this alleged property in Portugal was bought, because A, it's near his cousin, and also because, like I said, it's close to the UK, which is where I believe Archie is, his son. And I have said right from the beginning that I don't believe they're romantically together. I've said that they are separated, they do their own thing, but they come together for these contractual events to create the illusion that they are this loved up couple. And I think in the beginning, Harry was very good at hiding that and pretending, and maybe at moments still had feelings for her. But I think over time, like what happens with all narcissistic relationships, you start to see the truth. And unless you are someone that is absolutely compliant with a narcissist, you're very submissive. If you are a fiery character, or you're somebody that can be quite volatile, or you are even have narcissistic elements yourself, you're going to clash. So these two do not make for a harmonious relationship, which is why I have said for years that they're not together, as in romantically together. I think they come together every now and again, but I don't believe they've been living together for quite some time. I even did a video where I showed that there was nobody living in that mansion. It was overgrown. The entrances where there would be security, there wasn't. It was very overgrown with weeds. The gates looked kind of tattered. And in all fairness, when you've got drones and you've got, why is it there's been no pictures of anyone in that mansion ever? When you've got things like that, and you are in a community like Montecito, which in all fairness is not as in you're the royal family, so there would be protocols of not flying a drone over Buckingham Palace, or there would be those things in place. There wouldn't be that in place when it came to Harry and Meghan. We never see shots of the paparazzi hiding around outside their property and getting glimpses of them coming in and out of their gate. Or, like I say, the children even. Why has there been no drone footage of the children playing in the play area that is apparently on this mansion? It's like there's been nothing. So I don't believe they're in that mansion. And so I do believe that they are living very separate lives, and they just come together to create this illusion. But what we're seeing now with Harry over the last, 6 months, is that even when they come together publicly, there's moments when he's just disinterested, whereas before he was faking it and pretending to be in love with her, and they were creating this illusion which they thought we all bought, but most of us didn't. Harry has now got to that point where it's like, even publicly I'm not even bothered now. I don't want to be with her. I do feel that a divorce will happen, but I think things are being ironed out. But now we have Trump in. I wonder if this is going to expedite things, and he is going to put his foot down. It's possible that he is going to want to look into Harry's visa, to find if there is something within that visa that he can kick him out. He might use that as a reason to remove him from the country. And then of course then we have Meghan, who I don't believe she's going to go with him, so that could be when the divorce might happen, because he's being removed. I don't know. He might not, because of the fact that also, he will want to stay maybe in favour with the British royal family. I don't know, but I don't think he's going to take this lightly. And that also then goes to the situation where we have the Epstein list. I believe that he is someone that's also said that if he got into power, he would look into the Epstein list and possibly release that. We've had various lists that have come out, but I don't think any of them have been actually legitimate. And we're also looking at not just people that have gone to say once they've gone to the island and then realised, it's almost like people that have kept going back. That's probably the issue. And then, of course, we have the stuff with P. Diddy at the moment. And what's interesting to me, and I'm going to put this picture up here, that a lot of the celebrities who endorsed Kamala, and again, I'm not talking about Kamala as in like whether she would have been a good or not a good president. I don't know enough about her to say either way. But what I found interesting is a lot of the celebrity endorsements that she had, they have connections to P. Diddy. And we know that this has been blown up. The things that are now coming out where celebrities are, names are being dropped, or we have a few that are coming out, and this is, you know, when we have Beyonce, we have Oprah, Jay-Z, when there's been connections to and a lot of other people as well. And you look at this picture, and all of these people that are in this picture endorsed Kamala. And it does make you wonder if behind the scenes Kamala was saying something along the lines of, if I get in, I will make sure this gets squashed. Because we know, we're not stupid, we know that these things can happen. They have a tendency to disappear. And so it's kind of like, if you endorse me, I will make sure that your name gets scrubbed from this list. I will make sure that if there's any videos with you in it, that they will magically disappear. Because it seems when you have a president, in a sense, I mean, I know that there's always celebrities that endorse, and I get that. But when you have celebrities that go so hard at endorsing a president, and in a sense, that was all she was using. And to me, that was using their fan base, thinking, well, if, say, I get the endorsement from, say, I don't know, Beyonce or Taylor Swift or whoever, then their millions in their fan base are going to support. But what that's shown is actually that's not, that they have no, and Oprah heavily endorsed her. And I said before that I do wonder if with Harris if she'd have got in, that actually she wouldn't be running the show. There's a lot of people, powerful people, I feel, that almost want someone that they could maneuver and manipulate. Again, I'm not saying that is the case, but that's how I feel personally. Whereas with Trump, I think he is someone that they're not able to do that, which is why they don't particularly like him. Now, I'm not saying that I think Trump as a person, as you know, some of the things that we see about him, okay, fair enough. But at the end of the day, there's obviously enough Americans that have thought he'll be a good president because they voted him in, and Kamala didn't get in. But I do find it very bizarre that Kamala had a very high, I almost want to say one of the highest celebrity endorsements that I think I've ever seen. And I don't know about you guys, because you're a lot of the people that watch my channel, you are American. You know, what are your thoughts on that? Did you sort of look at the fact that she had this very high celebrity endorsement and thought, that's a bit strange, what's that about? And I wonder if there was this quid pro quo, because it seems to me that there was a reason why this was so heavily done on the celebrity side. And like I say, when you look at this picture, and I'm sure that if I researched a lot of the other celebrities that were endorsing her, there'll probably be a connection to Diddy there as well. And that seemed very strange to me. And so I do wonder if there was this quid pro quo of like, if you endorse me, I will get this scrubbed. I will get this shut down. And so you won't be, this won't affect you in any way. I don't know. I mean, this is just, like I say, this is me just spitballing, because I just found it very strange when I was starting to see these celebrities, and I started like typing in this celebrity, Diddy, up popped a picture. And I was like, wow, okay, that's interesting. But yeah, but either way, I think this is very, very interesting. And I think that this is something that is going to change a lot of things now, not necessarily just for Harry and Meghan. I think this is going to change a huge amount in regards to how the media runs as well, because we only have to look at how the media have portrayed this election, and also then going into like talking about Harry and Meghan, how they seem to be, in my opinion, be in on the lie that is Harry and Meghan. That they're in on the lie with the children. They know the truth. They absolutely know the truth. There's no way they don't. I think they're in on the lie with the relationship. For some reason, they were doing a lot of endorsing Meghan. And who was Meghan supporting? Kamala. I mean, if she supported Biden, it's very obvious that she's going to support Kamala because she knows that Trump doesn't like her. So it's, again, this connection. And also the fact that the big connection is we have Harry's connection to Diddy. And I'm sorry, and I know that some might disagree, but there is no way that he would have been named in this lawsuit if there was no connection. And this isn't just about the fact that him and his brother were at some event, because William wasn't named. And if you're going to use somebody as a reason to get out of something, you would probably use the future King of England. So that tells me that Harry did go to, at the very least, one of his parties, that there is potentially a video of Prince Harry when he was in his, say, 20s at one of these parties. Now, I'm not saying that he did anything. Again, I don't know. But the fact that he was mentioned says to me that there's something there, that perhaps because it was a public mention, the name that was publicly mentioned was Prince Harry in this court case. And I feel that that was almost a threat. That's, if you're going to have somebody where you're kind of like, I'm going to expose you if you don't help me get out of this kind of situation. And that's what I feel, that perhaps Diddy thought that with Harry being connected to the royal family are not going to want this kind of scrutiny, so they're going to potentially in a way help him shut this down. But what I don't think he banked on was everything else that's now come out, because now it's not just this one thing, it's so many that have come out, and so many celebrities that are being held accountable. This is too big now. But I also believe that Harry is going to be running scared, because if there is a video of him there, that is going to be huge. Did he do something? We have heard the rumours of how Harry behaves. So did he do something and he's now running scared? Another reason, hence the potential property buy in Portugal. Is he wanting out of the United States? I don't know. What do you guys think? So let me know in the comments. Do you have your thoughts and opinions on this? I'm sure you do, and I'm sure that many of you are having very strong feelings about all of this. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And if you do disagree, just make sure you please keep it respectful, because at the end of the day, we're all here to learn. And if you feel that I'm wrong in some way, I really don't mind you telling me that I'm wrong, but just use it as constructive feedback rather than attacking. I know that thoughts and feelings are very high, and when it comes especially around elections, that's why I've kind of left things off until now, because I know that a lot of you have been so fully involved in the American politics and the election. So very, very interesting time for the world, I feel. And I also want to say that I have had a really, really interesting chat with Samantha Markle, and she is actually a really nice person. I had believe it or not, a 3-hour phone call with her. We were chatting for 3 hours about all sorts of things. Now, I hope that she is going to come on the channel at some point. I'd really like her to come on, but I also want to be respectful to her, because I'm sure, especially at the moment, she is going to be fully invested in what is going on with the election and what's happened. But also that I don't want to be someone that, I wanted to chat to her as woman to woman, because she's gone through a lot, and I wanted to kind of get a feel of how that was for her. And I didn't want it to automatically jump into, oh, please come on my channel, because that would be great. So I just kind of wanted to, yeah, just chat to her woman to woman and say, you know what, I get it. You know, as someone that has been trolled and bullied on a much smaller scale, I do understand what that feels like. And as she was also in the same field as me, and that whole thing has changed for her since obviously Harry and Meghan, what's a Meghan? Harry and Meghan meeting, and their whole life has blown up. I wanted to just, yeah, get her thoughts on how that felt for her without jumping into, oh, please do this for me. And yeah, it was a very, very interesting conversation, and she's very intelligent, and she's a really nice person to talk to. And but yeah, so I hope that at some point that she will come on the channel and talk about things. And if you guys have some questions that you would like me to ask her, in being respectful, because I don't want to bombard her with too many personal things, because I understand that we all have a need to understand and want to know, but at the end of the day, this is her family, so I want to try and be a little bit respectful of that. So if she does come on the channel, then hopefully we can have a chance, I can ask her some things for you, and see how she goes with that. But also respecting that if she doesn't want to, I'm okay with that too, because we are kind of chatting behind the scenes. So yeah, so it's been a bit of a interesting time at the moment. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I know there's lots of you in the comments, and I can see that you're not subscribed. So if you would really like to subscribe, remember that it's free to subscribe. You don't have to pay anything to subscribe to the channel, but it does help me get my 100k subscribers, which will get me my plaque, and I'm really hoping to get that by the end of the year. So please subscribe to the channel. The other thing as well is the Christmas competition. So the Christmas competition is going to be a prize giveaway. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a prize giveaway. The end date for the competition is going to be the 25th of November, and it's a Christmas calendar. I've already had some people sending in their pictures of their Christmas pictures of their fluffy ones or themselves, whatever it is. It could be of your Christmas tree if you don't have any fluffy furry friends. Anything that's Christmassy, send me the picture to the email above and put Christmas competition, and to be entered you must subscribe to the channel. And so there will be a prize giveaway. The first prize giveaway will be so there will be a first prize, a second prize, a third prize, and I will probably do a couple of runners up as well, depending on the situation. Now, the more views I have on my videos, the more I'm able to do these things, and that's why I do struggle a little bit when my views drop, because unfortunately that means that the money that I get for the channel, which goes towards the free therapy for people, which goes towards all of the things that I do, the giveaways, etc., the more I get, in a sense, the more I can do. And unfortunately at the moment, given the fact that my channel constantly gets reported, I'm not able to do as much as what I'd hope. So, but there will be an initial cash prize giveaway, and then what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to be doing the second prize will be an amount where you can choose something from Amazon, and I will send that to you up to a certain value, and the same with the third prize. And then also I'll probably do a couple of runners up where you'll get an Amazon gift certificate. So if that's something that you are interested in and you'd like to be part of that, just like I say, send in your Christmas picture to the email address. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because I will be checking if you are subscribed. And yeah, and make sure that you put Christmas giveaway. And the closing date is the 25th of November, where I will be doing the Christmas calendar, where I will be doing your fur babies, putting them in the Christmas calendar, and the winner will be on the 24th of December. So that will be the winner who will go up on the 24th of December. So yeah, so you've got to be in it to win it. Remember that. So yeah, but the Christmas calendar will be going up on my Instagram, and I will also be putting it up as a little short. So each picture that goes up will be the 1st of December, 2nd of December, 3rd, and so on, and that will go up on my Instagram and also on my my shorts here and on my community page. So like I say, make sure that you get your pictures in to be part of the channel. So far I think I've had about 10 in, so I need well, another 14 to go in the calendar. Yeah, that's it. Like I say, if you'd like to treat me to a cuppa, you can. The link is in the description box below, or it's just above the subscribe button. It's the little yellow icon with the cup. You can also go on my Amazon wish list, and if you want to treat me to something on my Amazon wish list, or Arthur or the cats, you can also go across and do that there. All of my links are in the description box below. You can join me on the other platforms that I have on Instagram, TikTok, etc. And yeah, and so I think that's it. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day and tomorrow and your weekend, and I will see you next week for a new video. And as always, I love you, I appreciate you, but most of all, I respect you. Take care. Bye bye. Mwah.